And hello and welcome to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, Beer Goggles 21, a dandy who streams. Welcome back to the stream, folks. Happy Wednesday. Here's hoping that you're having an excellent day. And welcome, Tormented One. What is going on here? When the stream goes live, the pixels shine, Ales takes charge. It's gaming time, with steady hands and a keen delight, and slay the night, both left and right. In Vampire Survivors, foes appear, but Ales just grins and grabs a beer. With every sip, the chaos grows, yet every move still smoothly flows. Then off to Metroid depths unknown, through hidden caverns, shadows thrown. Bombs explode, the path is clear, another sip, now that's good beer. I love it. That's a wonderful one, Tormented One. Thank you so much for the amazing, very poetic prose there. That's how did you come up with that? It's a good one. Welcome, and of course, Tormented One is one of the newest members of the community. We recently met them during our Vampire Survivors stream. We had a blast with it. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you're having an excellent day. Today, of course, we're doing something a little bit different, a little bit more of our common fare here. We're playing Metroid Zero Mission in what we like to call the Retro Rathskeller. ChatGTP, it's just a good point. You know, I thought about it. I thought that might be the case, but I didn't want to accuse you. I thought that maybe you sat many a night under candlelight trying to find the ins and outs of, like, hey, maybe this guy might stream Metroid Zero Mission next. Maybe I'll talk about that. But of course, ChatGTP, using it is an art on its own. So once again, thank you very much for that. I feel like saving that at some point. Maybe putting it in like a picture, like in my living room or something like that, and just reading it. That's quite the way to start the night. But yeah, we're playing Metroid Zero Mission, and we've been playing this for, I want to say, maybe like 8-9 full sessions or something like that. And we are very much in the end game. What's happened is that we got into the space pirate ship. They took our power suit, and then we recovered the power suit. Not only that, but we were able to find the power bombs, and now we're trying to escape. So that is the plan for tonight. We're gonna try and escape the space pirate ships. See, it's the thought that counts. You're absolutely right. I like it. Before we go all out, though, let's go ahead and talk about what's on tap tonight, because there wouldn't be an Ales and Fails stream if we didn't have something to drink. And of course, today is Wednesday. It's a bit early in the week, but that doesn't mean that we can't enjoy something. Today, we're enjoying something from our friends at Athletic Brewing Company, and let's go over here to actually check this out. Okay, and so what we have here is Athletic Brewing's Free Wave Hazy IPA. Now, Athletic Brewing is a non-alcoholic beer company. It's actually quite popular. Very many people enjoy it. I feel like it's probably one of the most prevalent ones, and the reason for that is because they advertise it for athletes. Now, I don't know if there's a lot of athletes that necessarily drink beer, but you know what? If I was an athlete, I would absolutely enjoy having my beers before and after the race. This one is actually, I like the can design on this one. It's kind of like a solid orange with like some other additional warm colors like yellow, reddish orange, and then it's got this blue sand over here. And I believe it's supposed to be reminiscent of the Pacific Highway. Now you might be wondering to yourself, well, what exactly is a hazy IPA? Well, it's a tale as old as time. A hazy IPA is not like a conventional IPA. So whenever you think of a conventional IPA, you're talking about something that is bitter, incredibly bitter, golden in color, more like a pale color, of course. Hazy IPAs are a little bit different than that. Rather than use their hops for a bittering taste, what they do, and follow me on this, is they use their hops during dry hopping process, which means that they add the hops during the second part, after the boiling. And what that enables those hops to do is to actually deliver onto the beer a more aromatic and flavorful profile. You've got tropical flavors, and you've got fruit-like flavors, things like coconuts, pineapples, mangoes. Definitely lots of grapefruit flavors, and I very much enjoy them. The other special thing about hazy IPAs is that they're actually very thick-bodied, and the reason for that is because they are largely unfiltered. So if you think of something like a wheat beer, which has a thick body, it's because it's not filtered after the brewing process. Such is the case for hazy IPAs. And yeah, they're quite delicious. They're all the rage these days. People do tend to enjoy them. But that's enough about me talking about this. Let's actually go ahead and check on what Untapped has to say on this particular issue. Let's turn off the ale cam for just a second and check out this description right here by Untapped. And voila. So Free Wave Hazy IPA. It's a non-alcoholic IPA. It's only 0.5%, so technically a non-alcoholic. Our Free Wave Hazy IPA is meant for the open road. Whether you're cruising the Pacific Coast Highway in a convertible or tracing your way up the coast on your bike, our Free Wave doesn't cut corners. This mouth-watering IPA is loaded with Amarillo, Citra, and Mosaic hops. So all of your favorite hops, all of your grandma's favorite hops, I certainly agree with that. And yeah, I've had this a number of times because it is probably one of my favorite non-alcoholic beers. With all that being said, let's actually go ahead and taste this thing. And yeah, today we've got a standard pint glass, nothing fancy for tonight. Let's go ahead and open this. Here's hoping that we don't actually have one of these spill accidents, which tend to plague us every once in a while. Here's hoping that everyone is having a mellifluous Wednesday night. Hey, at the very least, it is... Can you almost taste it, Torment? Are you a fan? You know, I don't know that we ever established this, but do you fancy beers at all? I don't know that we ever had that conversation. Last time was way too chaotic. Way too chaotic. And of course, the sub-question is, would you enjoy a non-alcoholic beer? But anyways, yeah, this is our beer right here. I don't drink any alcohol, and that's solid. I feel like that's a solid stance to have. I don't think that anybody needs to enjoy alcohol, and that is one of the reasons why I like to talk about non-alcoholic beers every once in a while. But I am happy for you. That's a very kind thought. I think that everybody deserves to find their cup of tea, you know, even if it is indeed tea. So as you can see, this one is relatively hazy. It's got some light effervescence in terms of a nose. I want to say some slight pine resin, which is common for pale ales, but nothing too particularly pungent, nothing too particularly strong, something that would be off-putting. And yeah, kind of just like those light toasted bread smells that you get from those blonde ales. Famine Ale, dear viewer, thank you very much for being here today. So kind of a solid, again, you get that kind of a flavor of maybe like a French bread or like a baguette, but like freshly baked, and kind of just smooth, a little bit grainy, but nothing too offensive, I want to say. And I guess what I mean to say is nothing like a stale bread, perhaps, which is, I feel like, what some people think about when I talk about breadiness in a beer. It's nothing like that. It's kind of just like this freshly baked feeling about it. I want to say relatively light in terms of body composition. This is on the lighter side of hazy IPAs, and so maybe a 2 out of 5 in terms of body composition. Nothing particularly strong and nothing particularly lingering. I do want to say that there is a slight bitterness towards the end, which presents itself as like a little bit of a pine resin, but certainly not as troublesome as some of the heavier IPAs, which I tend to stay away from. This one has a good body, a good sense of grapefruit, maybe like a grapefruit peel as opposed to a grapefruit flesh. So kind of just enjoyable, very light on the sweetness, nothing particularly strong there. So yeah, that's what we will be enjoying for tonight. With that, let's go ahead and give this one a rating. I want to say a solid 3 for tonight. And cheers, we've got it. But yeah, that's what we'll be drinking tonight. Let's go back to intermission for just a second over here. We do have a question of the night. in case you're interested in answering it, just because we do like to have conversation starters here every once in a while. Question of the night: if you could delete one class from the school curriculum, and I'm thinking elementary, middle school, or high school, which class would it be? And it doesn't necessarily have to be that it's completely eradicated, right? Maybe the idea is just that it is no longer part of the required curriculum. And I'll go ahead and answer this myself. I am not a fit person. I have never been a fit person. And that is why it is no surprise that I would probably eliminate PE. Not necessarily because of the fact that I didn't need the physical activity. No, I definitely needed it. It was more because it was a place, a situation where I was constantly annoyed, bullied by a few people who just were discovering themselves, I guess. But yeah, I would probably eliminate PE. I feel like it's kind of just like at least for me, my experience was that it was a difficult place to go through. So anyways, let's see over here. Yes, this brew, truly a liquid enigma. The first sip hits like a jazz band made of bees, buzzing with citrus confusion and caramelized ambition. How did you... I'm guessing someone ChatGPT. Did you just like enter like this particular beer and like decided to like generate a poem from it? I'm actually quite curious. But that's a good one. And question of the night: whichever consists of the worst professor, it is not the class itself that is bad, rather the tutors. And there is something to be said about that. I wholeheartedly agree with that idea. I do think that while in most cases, teachers go out of their way to, instruct people, kids, and do their best with it, I do think that there have been just teachers that have been just like tired and just kind of just almost like checking out whenever they come in. And it is unfortunate because you want to kind of just like put into young people's minds that this is important and this is interesting and there's things that you can do with this, and people kind of just go through the motions sometimes. And again, I don't blame them, because sometimes they just don't have the resources to like make things interactive or like make things entertaining, and some folks are just there because, I don't know, because they felt like they fell into it. So I understand that thought. Let's see. Sir, am a professional. I wouldn't question it. I would not question it at all. And welcome, Ivan. How are you doing this fine evening? Happy Wednesday, and cheers to you, of course. We are enjoying a delicious hazy IPA from Athletic Brewing, which is a non-alcoholic beer company. Let's go ahead and go live. And let me know if that's a bit loud, of course. Let's see. Question of the night: math. Just math in general, like geometry, arithmetic, calculus. I gotta say, if I was going to suggest one that specifically bothered me, which it's kind of a weird thing, but pre-calculus was definitely one of my hardest classes back in grade school, and I was terrified of my teacher. Calculus, not so much. It was kind of chaotic, but I could manage it, sort of. Let's see. Hello, Flying Spaghetti Monster, sir, from the deep intergalactic internet. That is an interesting one. Okay, and yeah, let's get going here. Yes, all of it. Okay, let's do away with mathematics. Let's go back to using the abacus. Yeah, let's get started with Metroid Zero mission over here. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time I was here, I actually just saved from a save state and just kind of called it a night. 213. This looks about right. Let's start here. That was my kryptonite. Yeah, I don't disagree. I would never say that mathematics was my favorite, but I certainly didn't have as hard of a time as I did surviving as I did in PE. And again, I know I wasn't the fittest of persons. So the idea here is that we're trying to escape the ship. And in order to escape the ship, I went ahead and read, we have to find a glass tube and we have to destroy it using our newfound power bombs. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to find a location where we can actually break through the glass. Fingers and toes. Oh yeah, I hated those stretches. Those were killer. Killer, I tell ya. Okay, so here's a weird stance to have. One thing, like I said, I was never like I wasn't negative about the idea of like doing sports. That was fine. I wasn't any good at them, but I was fine with the idea of playing sports. I think my problem was more about the types of sports that we used to play. There was things like flag football, which I did not understand at all because nobody taught me how to play football. Basketball was okay, except I had no idea how to dribble because me. And then like we had volleyball, and that was okay, except it was painful on the wrist, and we only did it for like 3 times. But one thing that I was always just curious about is why didn't we ever play soccer? And I know that that's probably because I'm a South American kid. I was a South American kid. So maybe that was the wrong question to ask, but I was just like, why don't we just play soccer once? Oh my gosh. Anyways. You know what was fun though? Dodgeball. You know what was terrible though? Dodgeball. Oh, and we have these balls again. I don't think we've been here since we actually escaped. I don't actually even need to avoid them, but I'm kind of just avoiding them out of habit here. We're gonna go all the way over here. I think that maybe this is one of those glass tubes that I was thinking about. Maybe, potentially. Or maybe this top one right here. Not 100% sure. Whoa. And so of course one of the things that happened today that everyone was talking about on the socials was the fact that apparently Twitch is no longer hosting unlimited highlights. A lot of the people that I follow that are streamers apparently have a lot of highlights on their account, which, you know, kind of makes sense. I feel like highlighting is a good way to like save your content. I've only done it sparingly, and I can only imagine if I was in their position that I would also be just like very, very sad. It's kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, I wonder, well, at some point the space that you have is gonna run out, right? At some point there has to be like a cutoff for the amount of space that you can actually store for free. And you know, it's not anybody's fault, of course. I empathize with the idea, but at the same time I'm just like, I feel like this was bound to happen at some point. It's very unfortunate. Alright. Oh, these things again. I know that you can just destroy them using a screw attack, but getting that right angle. Ouch. Wonderful. Ah, just destroy everything. Then the annoying thing about fighting these space pirates is just the idea that they don't actually give you any health back. I feel like they shoot for a lot, and at the same time they don't necessarily help you recover any. Whoa! Alright, it's one of these very strong space pirates. Okay, down it goes. I think that was the one. Okay, so whoa. In order to actually, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. We're in a space chute right here, so we're gonna go all the way down. And right, this is the secret passage. Secret! And we can see the outside. Okay, and this is the glass tube that I was pretty sure I was talking about. The weird thing about this is that the game doesn't actually show you that this is what you're supposed to do. For some reason, you're supposed to simply know it, I guess. And so let's go ahead and set up one of these super power bombs. That's not how we do it. Wait, I thought that... Oh, there it goes. Nice. We have broken from the lobster tank, everyone. We made it. Looks like we made it. Before I leave this area, though. Okay, nice. So nothing particularly needed there. Now that we are outside, we can probably go ahead and explore the older areas. At the very least, I'm hoping that we can do that. Alright, you know what? One thing that I completely forgot to do is actually let me go ahead and pin the question of the night. Beautiful. Okay, and let's enjoy our beers. Okay. One thing that I'm kind of just trying to make sure is that I don't miss any bombable spots. Ooh, hey, look at that. Here's hoping that we don't run out anytime soon. Are we just going back into the ship? Is that what's happening here? How many? It's raining space pirates. Okay, what is this shaft? Can you dig it? Okay, let's keep going over here. I can't imagine that this is like a way back in, just that we could have accessed from before. Strange. And we're going up the chute. At the very least, I hope that there's an upgrade at the top. Yes, there is. Look at that. Oh, come on. Power bomb tank, and so we have one more bomb. Nice. Watch your mouth. Are you just a reference machine, Ivan? I feel like you catch most of the things that I lob out there. Very much appreciate your company, sir. All right, so that is solid. At the very least, we were able to get one more upgrade by exploration. I do just like the idea that Metroid always just rewards you for exploration. And it can be like very small things like a missile upgrade, which you don't necessarily need, but a lot of the times it's just, oh, now you have more map. And that by itself is just, it's just rewarding. It compels you to try and find like hidden exits and things like that. I'm following your lead. Thank you, sir. Okay. Alright, let's see this. And bomb. Lamp oil, rope, bombs. Nice, so at the very least that cleared part of the map. Part of that area that we were wondering about what we're doing with. Ooh. Hey, where are we now? We're still in Chozoria, but we're going down. Down, and nearly around. And like I said, it's nice that you can actually defeat these things using your simple screw attack, but just lining it up sometimes it's a little wild. What wild and crazy kids. Of course, this entire time they're kind of just shooting lasers at you. Okay, and we got a left and a right. Here's hoping that at the very least one of them is a save room. Ask and you shall receive. And of course, even though this is a drinks-friendly stream, we highly advocate the consumption of pure healthy water. Water, the element which brings life according to Kitana. It helps you stay hydrated, regulate your metabolics, and stave off the deleterious effects of alcohol consumption. So drink up. Drinking responsibly, folks. Thank you very much for the thought, Tormented One. It's often funny when I talk to folks about my stream, and I tell them, "Oh yeah, I talk about beers," and people just immediately assume that I get wrecked in these things. And I can tell you right now that it's probably happened maybe like really early on at the beginning when I first started, that I would just go really late and I would make poor decisions. But I feel like it's never been about that. I feel like I almost feel like it's kind of silly to do that. It's kind of a waste. But we live and we learn. Okay. I'm like, where is the map? When can we get back to like Metroid planet? Planet Zebes? Zebes. Zebes. I am the best. Alright, let's get out of here. It is kind of a waste. Yeah, I agree. I would say chugging anything is mostly a waste. That's kind of the stance that... Ooh, nice. I saw that. I saw what you threw there. There we go. What is here? Okay, another little ball pit. Is this just a dead end? Stay tuned. More news at 11. Oh, how dare you? I think it was just a way to like close it in. Okay, let's try to go back the other way. Clearly the right way was the left way. Oh, so this is like a puzzle, right? That's what it's trying to play off of. But there is what we're actually looking for. Look at that, another super missile tank. Okay, nice. And like I said, what I'm really hoping to hit very soon is just familiar territory. I feel like the promise of getting the power suit back is just this idea that you'll be able to explore the map that you have been working with and kind of just like demolishing through your previous barricades, right? So I'm definitely looking for that. Where is the entrance here? It's gotta be... Oh hey, there's some bombs here. Look at that. Look at that. So all of this stuff is bombable, but... Oh hey, here we go. RMS for life, and allow to collect all items now. See, that's exactly what I'm looking for. That is exactly what I'm... How are you doing this fine day, RMS for life? I hope that you're having an excellent Wednesday. Thank you very much for joining us once more. I kind of forget. Was the last time that you popped in, was I playing this game too? Maybe, mayhaps, potentially. And of course, give me just a second here. I feel like where are we here? Now this is automated. Let's kindly give our new community member, RMS for Life, a follow. They were last playing Final Fantasy XIV online, of course. Now, stop me if you've heard this before, but I played Final Fantasy XIV, and I couldn't get past the Realm Reborn. And I know that a lot of people have that same exact problem. I just haven't felt compelled to do so, even though every single person that I know that plays it says that it's a wonderful adventure and they feel so fulfilled and they are so happy with it. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if I can go back at this point. I feel like I left like at level 30-ish as a paladin. And it was good, don't get me wrong. It's just that some of the things in the middle kind of just dragged on. Anyways, nice and thanks. You're absolutely welcome. And welcome, Spectrum. How are you doing this fine day? It is good to see you. Thank you so much for popping in. What have you been up to these days? Of course, Spectrum, one of our coolest, hippest community members. And of course, a streamer of great renown. Spectrum, kindly give them a follow as well. They were last playing Celeste. And I think you only recently started that game, didn't you? If I'm not mistaken, Celeste is also... It's either a platformer or it's a Metroidvania. I haven't played it myself, but it's on my backlog. What are we doing here? Been up to juggling chaos. It's a platformer. Okay. I knew I was right about that. One of those answers. And I'm sure that I am very close to the... Where is this thing? I need my upgrade. Maybe it's on this side. Of course, if we just shoot the... Oh, there it is. Look at that. Okay, so I think what we have to do is go on in this direction. It's fun so far. Just one stream of it thus far. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. I know, I don't hear about too many indie games, and I believe that one fits in that category. But just because of the fact that I don't hear about a lot of indie games, period, because I have heard of that one, I believe that it is supposed to be one of these ones that a lot of folks like to play. And as we were able to get our upgrade, let's keep going. Like Alpha 5 once said, ay. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. Let's see. I'm one of the many who have been affected by the Twitch VOD limitations, so been juggling that to move it to YouTube slowly. Also a lot of work stuff and etc. I did briefly talk about that earlier, and I know that a lot of good folks were affected by it. Like I know that there's many people that save a lot of their content via highlights, which made a lot of sense. I have not been making use of that particular feature because I feel like if I want to highlight things, it has to be like something good, and honestly, Spectrum, I don't think that a lot of the stuff that I do is very good. So I've never actually used it for too much of a I've done a couple of highlights where I thought a clip wasn't enough, but that's really it. And it saddens me that this apparently just happened overnight and nobody was really prepared for it, right? And I know that people have gigs and gigs and hours of just material, and it's very frustrating to see that that's happening to a lot of good people. Okay, how do we do the thing? Yes. And there we go. Let's see. Yeah, Celeste, Grace so far. Good to know. Oh, now we're in familiar ground. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna explore the rest of Criteria, which in my opinion, by my count, was one of the most mysterious locations of this map. Let me catch up on chat. Yeah, I just import them to YouTube, lol. Yeah, and one of the things that I've been pretty good about is just maybe a week after I stream, I will actually export things to YouTube. I don't do a single thing of editing though. It's kind of just the raw material, and I kind of just felt if anybody ever wants to catch my old stuff, they're welcome to do so. But I get very little traffic on that, and honestly, it's kind of just it's kind of like a VOD graveyard for me. Whatever the case, I hit 1,109 hours, so you're over 1,000% at this point. Is that the math? Is that the math correct? I don't know. I don't know. I'm terrible at mathematics. I'm not upset either. They will go to YouTube. Nice, but it's a lot of work at this point, so I just have to get through it. I completely understand. It's a lot of work that you probably weren't expecting to have, and I know that uploads definitely take a while. So good luck and Godspeed, Spectrum. Gigs, I have 46 terabytes. I don't know my memory statistics. I feel like when it comes to prefixes and suffixes of such a thing, I'm just like nano, micro, tera, giga, pecta. But yeah, it's again, it's kind of unfortunate that it happened at the same time, and I'm not about to judge a single person out there. I do feel like there is something to be said about the thought that at some point it was not going to be feasible for Twitch to simply store all that stuff. At some point it just becomes untenable unless they have like unlimited resources, which I'm sure that they don't have. And again, not trying to discourage anyone on that. I think that it's very sad. Over the cap by 1,009 hours. Yeah, that's a lot. 100 hours of 1080p 30 video at 8.264 is roughly 4 to 4.5 terabytes. Thank you for the conversion. That actually puts things in a little better perspective. Yeah, it's definitely wild. Okay, let's climb this wall. And now that we've got this screw attack, we can actually go anywhere really. The nice thing about this particular screw attack is that I feel like it doesn't have as much limitations as it did in Super Metroid. I feel like for Super Metroid, you had to hit the screw attack at a particular low. I wanted to say after you reach the maximum, you had to hit it at a particular point during the descent, where you could actually do the bounce. But here it's kind of just like you can do it anytime. It's kind of nice that way. What? Aw, man. How do I even... I feel like I have to come from the other way, huh? What is the other way? Oh, good question. Good question indeed. I could do the calculations for 1080p to 60 too, but maybe you get the idea. You know what? I feel like I'm right there. I feel like I have an understanding of it. Okay, here we go. So let's open this mouth. You know, if there are any fans of Super Mario Brothers 2 out there, this reminds me of the mouth that you used to enter at the end of every level. Super Mario Brothers 2, of course, is my favorite Super Mario original retro platformer. I know that people often fight between Mario 3 and Mario World. 2 is the one for me. Okay, so let's get in here. Boom. You got the full suit, now everything is open. Yeah, it's nice. This one is tricky. Super Mario Brothers 3 is mine. Yeah, and I wonder, I'm not gonna make any assumptions here, but I feel like a lot of these decisions are largely based on when that person played that particular entry. The first Mario that I played, because I'm an old fossil, was actually the original Mario Brothers, which is not really the platformer, not particularly, but that's the first one that I played. And so then I played Super Mario Brothers 1, which was fun, but it definitely didn't give me like any great fond memories. And then it was just like Super Mario Brothers 2, and it had like this ridiculously vivid color palette, and everything just didn't... It was just like wacky, and I don't know, it kind of just like was fuel for my imagination. And to this day, I can't stop thinking about it. I wake up thinking of Wart, and Toad, and Birdo. Same. Yeah, no. And of course I love Super Mario Brothers 3. Nothing to take away from that game. That game is, almost perfect for its time. But yeah, it's not your Mario. It's not my Mario. Anyways, I digress, as I tend to do. Ooh, look at this. Boom. Did everyone perish? Please tell me you perished. Oh, hey, so we're back in Chozodia. Look at that. Chozodia, obliterate! And of course, if you're just joining us, we are enjoying some delicious non-alcoholic hazy IPA from our friends at Athletic Brewing. Friendship, of course, it is a one-sided friendship. So, all my love to long ago. Delicious. But yeah, let's go back outside and continue getting some of them upgrades. There's only one reason why you would return here with a power bomb. Welcome, welcome, Falco Forte. How are you doing this fine evening? Good to see you. Tell me that if you're using that emoji that you're actually enjoying some delicious pizza. That would be nice. Of course, Falco Forte is another streamer friend of ours. Kindly give them a follow. They were last playing Helldivers 2. Falco is an FPS streamer of great renown, at the very least by my standards. Here's hoping that you're having an amazing day though. Hopefully the day wasn't too hectic for you. Even though I know that that's not necessarily, well, you know what, let me leave it at there. Okay, so here the idea is we have to somehow get over here. I'm wondering if we have to do the Shine Spark trick, which is something that I haven't been able to pull off here just yet. Probably, maybe, potentially, possibly. Well, it wasn't hectic at all, definitely not. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. You know what? You absolutely deserve not to have every single day be hectic. And yeah, I wish that for a lot of folks out there. Okay, so right, and there's like some caves. There's a screw attack thing here, right? I think we just have to fall, right? There you go. And then the way to go over there is... Hey, that's something, but that's not the way that we have to go. What am I missing here? Maybe through this tunnel? I was also slightly sarcastic, but it's fine. Yeah, that sounds about right, Falco. Once again, thank you very much for popping in today. Hope at the very least that you've got some relaxing days ahead of you. Make no question about that, you absolutely deserve it. Okay, and I'm wondering if there's like maybe another opening here that I'm missing. There might be just... I'll check out that area one more time. As Daft Punk once said, one more time. Hey, wait a second. What? What? How do you... Okay, my brain exploded. Maybe from this side. That doesn't make any sense. Question of the night, I would delete every math after geometry. You know what? We have had similar opinions here already. I'm assuming you mean things like trigonometry, pre-calc, etc. I can tell you that while math was not ever my favorite subject nor my strongest suit, I think I had the most trouble with pre-calculus. That was rough times. I also felt like my teacher was kind of insane. One thing that he did impress upon me though is the phrase W5, which I tend to use every once in a while around here. W5, which was what we wanted. But yeah, he was crazy. He was a crazy person. Yeah, but there is something to be said about the fact that certain mathematics you can't necessarily apply very well, right? Like, not unless you get to like physics and engineering and things of that sort. Okay, so we've got two upgrades that we can't necessarily reach easily. And we have to find some way to actually like run and make it over here. I'm assuming that they require like the shine spark thing. But again, I haven't necessarily been able to pull that one off just yet. Let me go into this Chozo room, see if there's anything that I may be able to activate. I don't even remember how to get there. Okay. Nice. Okay. So of course this is that Chozo room. The chosen one. Speaking of the chosen one, the other day I was just... One of the things that I tend to do, which I don't recommend, is I like to go to... late at night, I like to just look at my YouTube and just see whatever it feeds me. And generally what ends up happening is I will stumble upon a video essay about some silly things. Generally it's about Dragon Ball Z because Dragon Ball Z. But I feel for the last few nights it's been feeding me like videos about fighting game lore. And I'm a sucker for fighting game lore. I really like the history of characters in fighting games. Probably more so than playing the actual fighting games. It's a disease. It doesn't make any sense, but I do it. And this specific video that I was watching was just about the insane lore of Mortal Kombat, which is probably a game series that I haven't touched upon for quite a while. Like, I played the first 3 games. Probably the one that I played the most was Mortal Kombat 2. And then I kind of fell off of it for like forever. I did play, what is it, the first reboot, which I think was Mortal Kombat 7. But then I haven't really touched it. But I have always been intrigued about like the story and like where the characters are going. And surprisingly enough, apparently there is a single story thread that follows the entire story, even though there's multiple timelines at this point, because of course everything has to have multiple timelines these days. There's been just a lot that's been added, and I spent like 3 hours just looking at the video. And hey, what the... I'm kind of wondering if any of these columns are breakable in that ways, but I doubt it. I haven't seen that from them. Sometimes I'll do that, then when I look at the clock it ends up being 5 a.m. Yeah, and so it's kind of like catnip, right? You kind of just like watch it, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'll just watch like 5 more minutes of it, and then it's like, oh, it got to this important part, and you just kind of keep going. This is weird. How do we get rid of these things? I am simply going to use a power bomb and see if that does anything. I somehow doubt that that'll do anything, because we haven't had any suggestion that they would break from that. But might as well just try. Yeah, nothing happened, unfortunately. But otherwise, where would we come in running from? Let's explore the rest of Criteria and see if we find anything. Yeah, so we're missing 2 upgrades there. Let's go back all the way to this blue area. See if we'll actually find something wholesome, meddlesome, rambunctious, mellifluous. And of course we're doing terrible with the screw attack. Just after suggesting that I could do it. There's nothing up there, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't really matter. Okay, where are we here? So we're in the top parts. I remember when we used to explore these areas like a wee Samus without any of these superpowers. Nothing of particular interest here. Let's keep exploring. Okay, and now we're out in the rain. What is it? Earlier today, I was just randomly chatting with my partner. She showed me this Instagram reel. Excuse me, just a second here. I was about to go into a cough here. But yeah, she was showing me this Instagram reel. And then all it was this person just filming their dog, and it was like a rainy day. They look outside the window, and what they see is that their dog is in their pool, and the dog is just like happily swimming in the pool. And yeah, even though they're getting wet from the rain, and it kind of just looked like a hectic mess. And I was just like, wait a second, why would the dog feel compelled to be there? That's wild. That's crazy. I would never want to have to clean up after that. There is something over there. I can tell. It is so close. I can almost taste it. And you know what? Let's go ahead with this. There we go. That actually felt right. Maybe it's from down here. Hey, there's a path. Oh, I think that's the way out. I had my hopes set on that. Okay, so maybe we try a super bomb, see if that'll actually clear any spaces. Ooh, what? Wait a second, why is there more running stuff? I feel like there's a lot of these blocks that suggest that somehow we should be able to run through them, but how will we even get that height, right? Very interesting. Okay. Well, maybe it's from the other side. Maybe we have to go through here, whatever that might be. So let's keep going. You know, I also noticed that our ship is not here. What is up with that? And we got what do you call these? What do you call these? Ads. We've got ads in about 3 minutes, folks. At that point, I'm gonna have to take a quick break because I need to take young Churro out for his final walk of the night, and then I have to lay him to sleep. Here's wondering if any of these you can actually run through. And no, it doesn't seem like it. You parked in a tow-away zone. Wait, oh, so my ship was taken? Is that what you're suggesting? That is a... I was like, what are you talking about? So at some point I'm gonna have to collect my ship back. Is that the idea? Probably. But how do we actually make it over here? Can we just do the thing in Super Mario 3 where we run back and forth and then at some point we get the speed that we need? I've got the need for speed. And of course running from this side is not really gonna... I feel like as soon as we let go of a platform, we actually just lose our momentum. But let's go ahead and take that break since it's about to start anyways. We are going to go with our be right back screen. I'm gonna take about 5-6 minutes or so. I hope to see you on the other side, but I completely understand if not. I'll leave you with some lo-fi. Gotta take young Churro out, gotta do a bio break, stretch break, all the breaks. But we will be back with more Metroid Zero Mission after this. Hello and welcome back to the stream, folks. Actually, let's go back to live stream instead. Okay, so welcome back to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of in execution, alias Maximus. And we are playing Metroid Zero Mission. We are exploring Crateria. Thank you very much everyone for being here. Of course, we just put little Churro to sleep, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the Corgi Cam. The Corgi Cam is no more. Imagine that, now we have a bit more screen to work on. Now the question is, how do we actually make it back to our ship, or if our ship is in any sort of vicinity around here? I'm gonna say it is doubtful. Maybe the idea is that we need to go back down into Norfair and maybe potentially make our way on the other side. Not quite sure. Not quite sure quite yet. But maybe we'll try that. And if you're just joining us, we are enjoying some delicious hazy IPA, Freewave Hazy IPA from our friends at Athletic Brewing Company, which is a non-alcoholic beer company. What is all this? I also know that, what is it? I think that there's some more of these like hidden blocks around here. See, some of these run blocks are here as well. And I wonder, maybe we have to activate them from this other room? Potentially. We wouldn't be able to... Oh, hey, power bombs. Boom. Okay, so we cleared those out. And now we should be able to have a slightly more ability to run, potentially. Look at that. Oh, come on. That was close. I thought that was close. Maybe? Like Superman's father once said in the movie Man of Steel. Maybe. Okay, let's try that one more time. What is over here? Oh, it's just a little bit more running. Wait a second, where would we go at that point? We make it all the way over here. Are any of these blocks runnable? Maybe it's up that we have to go? Huh. Let's hit this with a power bomb. I don't think it's gonna reveal anything, but... yeah, it didn't necessarily do anything for us. I forget that I can't do multiple jumps just using my, without using the conventional bomb jump. This is an interesting one. I wonder... so now we can pull off the run, but what is the point of it? Maybe we need to go up here and then shoot ourselves all the way. So I think the trick to actually doing the run is we stop and then we go and then maybe we keep running. Maybe that's a thing. That doesn't make sense. Where are the running blocks one more time? So these are the running blocks. It would be so much easier if we could just go through this entire structure. So I'm gonna try and get all the way over here, then do a small jump, and then maybe try to just keep running. See if that does anything for us. I doubt it. Right. Ooh, refills. Refills or refuels. go in this direction. Wow, we already have the run. And I pushed right on that. I don't think you can simply just like walk around. I might have to think about this a little bit more. I'm not at the point where I just want to reference like a YouTube video or something like that. Let me think about it some more. I'll come back to this place. Let's go on down. Did we actually explore that right area? Yeah, we've been there before. But yeah, there's gotta be a way to actually get through that. If I don't figure it out today, I'll look up the answer offline and figure it out from there. Okay, so really what we're trying to do here is trying to hit all of the locations that have power-ups that we haven't been able to go to before. So from here I can simply see that there's 2 areas in the map that I haven't been able to get the power-up from. One is right here, and then the other one is right here. So we'll go ahead and do that. It'll be nice with our new powers. It kind of reminds me of that time that Krillin was in Namek, and he found the Elder Guru, and he unlocked all his powers, his latent powers, and he was like, "Oh, I have the power!" This is just like that situation. Oh, and one of these chutes that should, at the very least, give us some refills. I honestly don't think that we need much other than like the power bombs, and I don't know that these actually give them at a very steady clip. Yeah, maybe it might be better to visit a save room or something like that. Might be actually quicker. Quaker oats. I think I was talking about this last time, but I really enjoy oatmeal. Very simple oatmeal. Ooh, we can actually touch the lava and nothing happens to us this time. That it definitely makes things a lot easier. Okay, so maybe we actually need to go from this side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna potentially cut down. How do we actually make it over there? Excuse me. Okay. So maybe what we actually need to do is go up and to the right, go through the save room, and then go all the way around here. That makes the most sense. Unfortunately, it is the long way. Ouch. It's kind of strange the odd habits that playing video games imparts on you. Obviously, when I was a kid, one of the things that my brother and I used to do a lot of is if we wanted like platformers like in Super Mario Brothers to make it so that we might have a bit more jump, we would actually lean to the side, even though obviously that had no effect on the controls for Mario. And I mean, I feel like it took me a long time to actually undo that. But these days, while I don't do anything like that, as extreme as that, one of the things that I definitely do is just subconsciously, if I get hit by an enemy, I just say ouch. And of course it doesn't actually hurt me, but I don't know. This is one of these things that happens. Oh, and we have 160 missiles. What is up here? I can't imagine that there's anything up there. It kind of just looks like there's something, but not today. Not today. Is there anything underneath this pipe? No, I'm gonna say no. So, these days my work schedule actually happens to be Mondays through Thursdays. I do 10-hour days, and I am very much looking forward to Friday. It's like basically my one day where I have to myself, which is also when I also do my second stream. Anyways, the less said about that, the better. And I already know. I've already like engraved it in my mind that I know that on that day, for breakfast, I am going to have some leftover pizza. We ordered some pizza from this place that I think they do Mediterranean pizzas, or is it Greek pizza? I know Greece is in the Mediterranean, but I don't know if one thing equals the other. But they have this very delicious like seafood pizza, and it's got shrimp, etc. And it's quite good, and I'm looking forward to it. Gosh darn it! Okay, so we're gonna go all the way to the end of this corridor. We're gonna go down and then make a left. And then we might be able to make it all the way over here. That makes the most sense. But it's kind of just these small things that you kind of look forward to in life, right? It doesn't have to be like a big event like, oh yeah, I'm not going to Disneyland or something like that. I'm just looking forward to having leftover pizza. These are the things that I look forward to. Okay, we're just gonna break through. Actually, I believe that one of these sections responds to they're like speed blocks, but I'm not 100%. It doesn't even matter. Considering that I can just blast through everything, I'm probably just okay. Ah, those flea monsters. Yeah, so these are speed blocks. And it's okay, because I'm going actually from this way. So, not that important. All things considered, from NPR. We are going to go down. Oh, right, and these are also just these speed blocks. So wait, how would we... Interesting, so we just came from here. We want to make it down, but... Oh, I think I get it. I think we're supposed to actually run from this side, and then we're supposed to go down. And I probably should not have broken that block. Nice. I forgot to open the door. Like Shao Kahn would say, pathetic. Okay, and there we go. Clearly that took all of my available brain power at this late hour of the night. The wee hours of the night. And a seahorse. Ooh, and it's one of these lava rooms that before we had, the Varia suit, they would have been impossible to navigate. We would have just kept losing health. Again, we're trying to go all the way to the left to get that upgrade. And we are enjoying some delicious Free Wave Hazy IPA, non-alcoholic beer from our esteemed friends at Athletic Brewing. So, to your health. Okay. It's funny how the lava itself doesn't actually affect us, but the creatures that live the lava, no, they can definitely take pot shots at you. Well, we just go through everything like Kit Kats. And I get the feeling that something is gonna destroy. Yeah, so these are bomb blocks. As soon as we break one of them, everything is going to break. Yeah, there it goes. So really the only way to actually get through here is using the screw attack. Nice. So more super missile tanks. And yeah, the floor, it will actually just break on its own. Okay, so now the only other upgrade that I see hanging around here is the one here at the bottom of the screen. More like the bottom right of the map. So let's try and make our way over there. And can we actually go down here? Yes, we can. That's funny. Nice. Like all you need to do is try a somersault. Okay, very cool. Let's keep going down. Well, actually, so one of the things that I finished watching the other day was finally, after I want to say like 5 years of following the series, we finished Attack on Titan. And that ending was depressing. Very depressing. Ooh, what is this? Hey, look at that. You don't even actually need the... What is it? The running thing anymore. Let's call it the Pegasus boots. So yeah, we did finish that. And of course, we needed to find something else to watch. Something else to watch with my partner. And she's very specific about the types of anime that she will watch. Generally, it'll be like something that has like a good storyline. And I felt like Attack on Titan kind of fit that bill. But most of the time, she will be mostly entertained by something that has comedy. And so, you know, she's like things like Spy Family, something like that. Or what is it? I know that it's not necessarily comedy, but she liked Mob Psycho for a good minute. And I was just looking through like the offerings, and we found this one on Netflix that's been heavily advertised to me. It's called what is it? Sakamoto Days. And so the story is about this assassin who apparently retires because he finds a lady that he decides to marry. And he goes from being like the top assassin in the world to like this guy that just like works at a convenience store, and it's kind of schlubby looking. He's definitely let himself go. So it's a lot of fun, I want to say. I think we need to run and then actually go down. Oh, I remember these things, gross. But of course, like his past obviously comes to haunt him, and he has to like become an assassin again. And even though it's got a lot of humor in it, like it reminds me a lot of like, once again, Spy Family and things like that, just because there's a lot of comedy involved with the fact that he's just like this family man. At the same time, it's also just got a lot of like vibes from, I want to say, Rurouni Kenshin, because it is about this spy that has his past coming back to haunt him. And it hasn't gotten like really serious yet or anything like that, but I'm getting the feeling that it might. I don't know. I've only seen like 3 episodes. What is it? Missiles? Yes. So we'll see how that goes. It's working out okay so far. Oh, come on. So I think we need to go get past the Chozo statue in order to get that upgrade. Ah, come on. Hold on a second, folks. So we have to go this way. And of course there's the Chozo. I think this is just gonna replenish all of our health, etc. Weapons and energy fully restored. And so the way to actually get into that compartment, well, now I'm doubting what I'm seeing here. It doesn't seem like there's a way from this left side. I think that I actually have to go down, go through this corridor, make a right here turn, and then go all the way down, which is such a long way around. Oh my gosh. Why can't there ever be like an easy thing? Okay, fine. We'll go the long way around. Okay, is it starting up? Yeah, we actually have to... No, wait. We actually have to go down. Okay. And this was a room full of like gigantic larvae. Very gross creatures. Bam bam. Okay. Oh, and they just break. That's kind of nice. How dare you? Give me some stuff. Okay, good enough. Save room. We're encountering a lot of save rooms recently. It is kind of nice to just go through the planet without like meeting any like actual resistance. And I know that that's anathema, like obviously you're supposed to enjoy like the challenge, the limitations that you have set upon yourself. But I feel like I've already gone through here and, you know, there's no like mystery about the things. There's nothing that I actually have to solve. I just have to get through it. Oh, how do these things... Oh, missiles. Whoa, hey. Wait, so when they're tangled, they actually become invincible? Is that the idea? Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna go up. Somehow. Maybe not as straightforward as I thought. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way to the map room. I like the fact that we keep thinking that there's like an easy way to head into a particular direction, but of course, not only are we reading the map wrong, but also... No, actually, that's just it. We're just reading the map wrong. This place seems like a thing. I wonder if there was any like upgrades here at some point. Ooh, what is that? Another one of these. What? What? What are you doing to me, game? You can't reveal to me new secret exits. Wow, okay. And more missiles. Super bombs usually reveal special blocks. And that makes a lot of sense. I think my hesitation is just in the fact that there's only a small number of them available to me at any given time. Maybe I should just stop being so thrifty about things. That's not gonna work, is it? Well, at the very least, they revealed that. A hole in one. Not really, but you get the gist. Yes, limited quantity. Remember in, what is it, Super Metroid, where you had the, that little radar thing that allowed you to simply look at a room and determine whether or not there was something there. I like that for the ability that it gave you, but at the same time, it was so slow. Nice, some more power bombs. But I think we left something behind. This looks like there's something. Nah, maybe not. Okay, so let's get whatever is here. Oh, there it is. Huh. How do we... Wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, but how would you be able to... So obviously it reforms. Maybe I'm supposed to shoot it from here? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe try to... Right, maybe. That's a strange one. I doubt that I'm ever gonna get that angle. Did that open it? Yes! Nice! Okay, so some more missile tanks. So, in order to figure out the puzzle, I'll just have to shoot. Keep shooting. Do the shooty thingy. Okay, so we got 2 power upgrades. That's nice. GG, thank you very much for the vote of confidence, Ivan. You know that half the time it's just pure, simple, foolish luck. No, but again, the reason why games like this shine is because they make you feel smart, right? I am in no way claiming that I am smart, but it does make me feel smart. Ah, these things are so obnoxious. Buzzy beetles. So let's go back to the map room. Nice. Okay. So that's the map room. And now it is all a matter of going straight to the right. Hopefully we can actually make it. We'll see how far we go. Hey. Hey-oh. Hey now, you're a rock star. That is the only line I know from that song. Never mind that, all that glitters is gold. And more of these seahorses. Just breaking through everything. Yeah, let's break through things. We're very close now. I hope we're very close. Every time I see one of these pipes, I just feel compelled to just like press down and go down the pipe, and of course that doesn't make any sense in this game. But I wish that it worked that way. Okay, so let's go on up. We almost caught up to that creature. And of course there's something here. What is the secret? The secret of the cloud. Nice. Okay. And there we go. Super missile tank acquired. Nice. Okay. So at the very least, we've got all of the upgrades that we had encountered before. I'm thinking maybe I go down into the area, into the Ridley area. Especially since that area doesn't connect to anything. It might make sense to do that and check it out. So we'll go down into Ridley. I feel like for the most part that area was like a boss arena, but it did have like a few sections. And how do we actually get there? That's a real question. Don't tell me that we're gonna have to go all the way around. Ugh. I guess not the worst outcome in the world. It almost feels like there should be a door here, but of course there isn't. Oh, come on. Ah, if only the game would just... Okay, there's one of these Shine Spark locations. On the way to Ridley. Soon be there. Gosh darn it. Okay. Ooh, energy. Okay, so I think that maybe we can go all the way down. Is there like a false floor here? Oh, I threw myself into the room. Ah, speed blocks, of course. So how will we do it from this side? Maybe we have to run all the way from over here, right? Maybe that's what it is. And down we go. More! Ah, okay. Wait, I gotta remember where it happens. It's here. It's gonna be difficult to just stop at that particular block, but we'll try. We will try. I don't think it's gonna let us do it that way. What am I missing here? I wonder if it's just... Maybe that's not the way in, maybe that's the way out. So let's just go downstairs through the standard way. And I'm just hitting everything with my face, of course. The greatest weapon of them all, my face. Down we go. More seahorses. Okay, now we are underneath the room that we were looking at. And in order to get to Ridley, it makes the most sense to go all the way to the right through that save room. And then... yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay. Oh, how dare you. And of course, if these things are tangled, the only thing that can destroy them are missiles. It's kind of like a symbiosis. Symbiosis, so grown up. Yeah, cheers to that. Okay, so let's keep going. Like I said, all the way to the right, and then we go down all the way to the save room. Ooh, stuff. Hey, you. I often forget that the screw attack can actually destroy regular bombable blocks. Wait a second. Let's do a power bomb. Ah, speed. Of course it's speed. And natural stop. Going through the grubs, the deceased, the fallen larvae. Ah, more speed. Okay. Yeah, I think we should have enough room to run here anyways. A little more straightforward. And save room. Okay. Let's see. So, like I said, if we follow the main path, we should be able to make it directly into Ridley. One thing that's a little interesting over here is that apparently there was some kind of hidden location right next to the entrance to Ridley, which we may or may not have been able to complete. I might actually just take a look at that. And unfortunately, the only way to liberate those bugs is actually by destroying them. We're freeing them by taking away their lives, which is not necessarily the best fate of them all. Whoa. Nice. That is definitely a one-way street. Okay, so down here is where we were surveying. Oh, okay, so we had been able to go in there from before. Okay, so what I am seeing here is that there's nothing that we didn't already pick at before. No, well, there doesn't seem to be like any exits or anything like that that we failed to grab while we were here. So maybe Ridley is a dead end. I might simply go down here and just take the elevator back up. If I'm allowed to do so. This place is also kind of just like a maze. Nice. And another save room for our troubles. Drink some water over here. Okay, let's keep going. In just a second here, trying to check something. Okay. Ominous. Yeah, so let's take the elevator back up. Like I said, I don't think that there's anything left really to explore here in the Ridley area. Okay, so back up here. Whew, we're gonna have to make our way back up, but I'm hoping that there's a couple of shortcuts that we can just take and blast all the way through this chute. Oh, right, there was like a hidden passageway through here. And the Chozo, this particular Chozo statue just has seen better days. Ooh, look at that. Peculiar. Oh, huh. There was some more stuff here at some point. We probably figured it out. Oh, and that's behind the Ridley. Behind the Ridley. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, we could have just busted through that. Whoa. Oh, and this is actually to get back up, huh? To go all the way back up. Maybe I'll just take this one. I can't imagine that there's one way that's better than the other. Okay. And actually, now I realize that I didn't need to do any of that. Beautiful. Okay, how far up are we? We came from Criteria, so I'm wondering if we need to go back up to Brinstar instead. It's a tricky one. Well, at the end of the day, we can actually probably hit both depending on where we go here. So a second here, folks. Huh. Okay. Let's keep going. And there's another save room. Hopefully from this save room we can actually access the Brinstar elevator. If we keep going right, I feel like there's a good chance there. Ah, these monsters. I had almost forgotten how sturdy they were. But of course now that we have the wave ice beam, it's a little easier of a task. Nice. Don't need to worry about freezing these foes anymore, of course. Like M. Bison once said, Of course. Ooh, Chozo. Nice, fully restored. That's actually one of the small things that I miss from the being in the space pirate ship. Like every single save room would actually recharge you completely, versus the save rooms elsewhere in the game don't necessarily do that. And yes, it's nice that the game gives us additional ways to go up these chutes. There you go. Bust through this place. You have to freeze them before you actually can destroy them. Okay, so we're going to go directly to the... Oh no, wait. We should probably just go down a level in order to actually make it to the Brinstar elevator. Okay. Good enough. Another save room. Very cool. And I vaguely remember this elevator area. I remember that it was this sort of thing where we actually had to freeze the enemies in order to get all the way back up. Nice. How's the end game exploration? It's kind of fun that we're actually finding a lot of things that we were unable to. I feel like there was a lot of puzzles when we first explored these areas that kind of just left very open questions. But now it's very simple to see how a lot of them just make sense based on the weapons that we have now. So it's been nifty, and it's also just nice to just like ram through enemies. Especially with the screw attack, it's pretty cool. That being said, there's definitely some dead areas that don't seem to have anything, and maybe that's because at this point I'm kind of just like gunning for those upgrades that are obvious are still on the map. But every once in a while I'll come across a secret room that I didn't see before. I don't mean to get 100%, of course, but it is absolutely just kind of interesting to stumble upon things that I wouldn't have otherwise stumbled. And we're back to the heroic music. If I am not mistaken, this is actually one of the areas where we fight that giant centipede that gives you the upgraded laser, the charge beam. That was actually a tough boss, not in the sense that it would wipe me. It was tough in the sense that it would always run away before I got enough hits. That was obnoxious. Okay. And maybe let's keep going up, and we can actually get to Crateria from here. So actually let's take that route, and the reason for that is because we were unable to explore the rest of Crateria. We were blocked. That might actually reveal a few things. Maybe, possibly, potentially. Ouch. Okay. And there's a save room here. Let's just go ahead and take it. Oh, huh. It's almost my Cinderella time here, folks. Let's do one snooze. Let's see how far we can go, and then after that we'll close out. Okay, so yeah. The plan is to go... Well, actually, let's check out this crate elevator. Since we're in the area, I'll make a note for myself for next time to follow up with the second criteria search. The search for criteria. You know what game I would really like to play at some point? It's kind of a weird Super Nintendo game from... I forget who developed it. I want to say Enix, but I know that it's not Enix. Evo, the Search for Eden, in which you play like this fish that eventually evolves into a human at some point, and all you're doing is like platforming and like eating other creatures to get evolution points. Kind of wild. Kind of wild. Okay, let's go down to Kraid. And there's a Chozo statue over there, but I can't imagine that we haven't visited it already. Yeah, we already have whatever it was supposed to give us. Okay. Let's go down. Okay, so let me go ahead and check the map, and there is at the very least one upgrade that we failed to get the first time we were here, so we're gonna go for it. We're going for it. Very nice. Okay, so I think if we head in this direction, maybe there's a way to actually go down this particular passage. Of course, it had to be a speed block of some sort. My favorite! And we can't run from there. No, no, no. Maybe through... Okay, so there's some blocks here. There might be a chance for us to run through here, right? And we go through here. Whoa, hey! Ah, come on. How would you even... Wait a second. Let's see if using the super bomb reveals anything. Oh, look at that. So, wait, that only makes it... That only adds more mysteries to the situation. How would you... That... Okay, let me see if running through... Is there anything here, potentially? No. So it's like we almost get it, but not really. Maybe we go down and then... No. Huh. I can't imagine that we have to... Well, let me practice here. Okay, you know what? We're probably gonna have to figure this out next time. let's go back to intermission, folks. Let's go ahead and wrap up. Let's go ahead and wrap up. Okay, well, I think it's been an eventful night. That was our run for Metroid Zero Mission for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you very much for the laughs. Absolutely appreciate the fact that you're spending even an iota of your time with us tonight in this little crazy stream of ours. If you are interested in this kind of nonsense, and I don't know why you would, there's so many better things to do with your time. Number one, sleep. Whoa, oh my gosh. Hello, Mock. Thank you so much for rating us. Hey, how are you doing this fine day? Good to see you. How's it going? What were you playing? Let's give our friend Mock Zero a proper welcome and a shout out. Mock is probably one of the first people that taught me a little bit about streaming when I used to lurk in his stream, and that was really cool. And I think that they are an excellent individual and an excellent streamer. They were last playing Resident Evil 4. How is that going, Mock? Is that using original hardware, or is that one of the remakes? But yeah, thank you so much for popping in. And of course, anybody that has to raid and fade, I completely understand. Streaming is tough. Even lurking, depending on how long you've been doing it, can be tough. So certainly don't feel free to stick around. I will say though, Mock, we're actually just wrapping up ourselves. So I am sorry to say that you came in at the 11th hour. Thank you so much for popping in. I was actually probably going to find a raid target, and I probably might have hit you had you not just popped in. So thank you so much for popping in. And let's see, did someone summon a Mock raid? You know what? Let's say that I subconsciously did. I love that raid message. Hey, else it's going good. Finish RE4 remake again. Wow, and that is what you call a pro, a Resident Evil 4 pro. I know that it is a game that that I've seen you play in the past, so I didn't actually know how many times you've actually played through it, but I definitely should pop in more. I haven't done so in a while. Thank you for the shout out. You absolutely deserve it, Mock. You're definitely one of these streamers that I certainly admire. I admire the diligence that you put into your work. So once again, if you're not following Mock, what are you doing? What are you doing? Good thing I rated you when I did. I'm honored that I did that. Hey, you deserve all the honor. Thank you so much for popping in and bringing in your community again. But yeah, I was about to say, if you're interested in my crazy schedule, I generally stream on Wednesdays and Fridays, and on Wednesdays I'm streaming Metroid Zero Mission, as you can plainly see right here, and I'm on Fridays I'm going between Banjo-Tooie. I'm restarting Banjo-Tooie. I actually got a N64 controller for the Switch. And I'm also trying to finish my run of Monster Hunter World before Monster Hunter Wilds is released. So if you're interested in any of that, kindly feel free to check that out. If you're interested in my schedule, here's my socials. It is the easiest way to get my schedule. And let's see, what else do you have to say here? Let's just say I have a separate save file for streaming RE4 remake and another save file for off-stream playing. And see, that is some dedication there, Mock. My hat's off to you, good sir. That is some dedication. And little old me, I haven't played a single RE4. Like, I did start it once long ago on the GameCube, but I never finished it, and that's because I am very much a scaredy cat when it comes to Resident Evil. Like, I love to watch people play it, but I can't play it myself. It's a problem. I know it's a problem. And the amount of saves I have so far, let's just say it's over 1,000. That's incredible. But yeah, let's go ahead and find a raid target. Once again, thank you so much, Mop, for being here. You know what? We're probably going to go ahead and raid our friend Chungus Guitarist, who is actually playing Balatro. I hear that that's a pretty popular game, so I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna raid him. Chungus, of course, is one of our esteemed community members. Often gives me cool streaming tips, and yeah, just always a pleasant person to chat with. I find. Let's see. I knew you were gonna say it in Vegeta's voice. You can read me like a book, Mark. You can read me like a book. That is what I see. I've heard Balatro is a very good game. Yeah, so have I. I actually haven't played it myself, but I feel like I should rectify that at some point. Let me go ahead and get Chungus here, and yeah, it's like a card game. So once again, thank you very much everyone for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and post a raid message. If you're a viewer, feel free to copy that. If you're a follower, feel free to copy. But you know, of course, don't feel obligated to do any of these things. I kind of just like to copy them myself. But once again, thank you so much everyone for being here. Very much appreciate your company tonight. And as I like to end these things, stay thirsty, Ale Pack. We will see you again.